When it comes to taking care of my dogs, one of the things that I use the most is water wipes. Now, these are designed for babies, but I use them on my dogs all the time to clean them up and the spaces around them up. These are 99% water. They are just normal little wipes. They're kind of like moist towelettes, and they just stay nice and moist inside of the container. So you don't have to take them out, put them in anywhere. They're very easy to take out and very easy to rip in half, so you're not wasting an entire wipe on one little project. Now, specifically, I love using these on my dogs. So my dogs have eye allergies. I clean up their eyes just by wiping very gently. It's much safer and more gentle than something like a paper towel. It's not going to bunch up and leave debris all over like a tissue is. So this is a very gentle way just to kind of clean up those eyes. If they are going to be like messy when they're eating, I can clean that up as well. Gemma has a little bit of acne under her chin right now. So after she's done eating, even though she's not a messy eater, I just kind of wipe her off to make sure that there's nothing there. There's no like extra water from the drink that she just got, all of those things to make sure she's clean. I also use this on Gemma's allergies. Gemma's allergic to everything outside, the grass, the pollen, all of it. And so at the end of the day, I wipe off her paws all the way down her legs, all over her chest and her chin and her neck, all the way down to her tummy and the outer legs as well, to make sure that the next morning she's not waking up and all splotchy and red and have all those little pinpricks everywhere, because she's that allergic to everything. And so is Lucy. Lucy gets some of those allergies as well, not nearly as bad as Gemma, but I'm able to like wipe off her tummy at the end of the night. And then the next day she does not wake up with a rash. When I do it and I forget to clean them up, or something happens and I have to put them straight to bed, sometimes they wake up with that splotchy rash on their tummies just from being outside during the day. You can also use it to help with muddy paws or sandy paws when I'm at the beach or when we're at the park or when we're outside in the yard and it's just a rainy day. When I come back in, I am able to wipe all that mud and clay off. So it's really easy for me to be able to clean up after my dogs and take care of them physically. And then if, they get sick or there's any type of accidents, it's very easy to just wipe them down and take care of things. But I also use it to clean up the areas around them. So let's say we have gone for a walk. We're going to stop at a cafe for lunch. I'm able to just kind of wipe off the area so that they're not sitting in somebody's dropped food or whatever it happens to be. If they are going to be licking like a table or a side table, I can just real quick wipe that off so that they aren't getting as many germs. These are really, really nice for cleaning up after my dog and for me as well. Let's say my dog does get sick in the car and I have to clean things up. Then I can wipe off my hands with one of these water wipes and then use a hand sanitizer to make sure I'm as clean as possible if I don't have access to an actual sink and soap. I have the ability to clean up myself. If we're out walking and I'm cleaning her up and I get some mud on me, I can wipe that off real easily. And when I was using a puppy stroller before they were allowed to be on the ground, before they had all their vaccinations, I could use those water wipes to wipe off the wheels of the dog stroller. So there's a lot of options for water wipes. You can use them on your dog physically. You can use it to kind of clean up after them if they make a mess or if the area you're walking into is not as clean as you would like. And you can use it to do whatever you need. If your puppy is one that kind of like jumps up on your bathroom sink, you can wipe that down very easily with those. Or if they are just walking around on your hardwood floor because they just came inside, you can just real quick swipe over that and it's cleaner than if you went or if you didn't do anything at all, but not as clean as if you did an actual deep clean with this. If you hear all of that noise, those are my puppies jumping around right now. They're very excited for some reason. Maybe it's because they like their water wipes so much, but it is, as a dog parent, so much easier to function by having those water wipes so that I can clean up after my dog and take care of them without having to worry about a tissue crumbling in their eyes or a paper towel scraping across their feet. It's so much easier to clean up whatever I need to. And bonus points, I actually use these to wipe off my car windows when they do their nose art, but also my big picture window. If I don't want to use like Windex or chemicals on my windows, I can just use those water wipes to get rid of a lot of, not all of. It does kind of get streaky, especially if the sun is hitting it. But if you just need to be able to see a little bit better, especially in a car, that's a great way to just wipe that down real quick so that you don't have the chemicals where your dogs can lick it, and then you can clean it properly after your dog's bedtime. But being able to just real quick swipe those things away on windows, especially if you're traveling in a car, is a total game changer. Water wipes are elite, and most dog parents don't think about it because they're for babies. But it's so much easier to just elevate your life and make things more simplistic because you have those water wipes. And I just buy them in packs. There's tons of them in here, so it lasts a good long time, even though I have 3 dogs and I'm using these at minimum every single day on my dogs, but I just rip them in half if I'm not going to use an entire thing for a project. So for example, if I'm wiping off a window, yes, that's going to be an entire wipe, but if I'm just cleaning up a little bit of their eyes, I'll rip it in half and just use 1/2 on each of the 2 dogs that I'm cleaning up their eyes. Or I can rip it into thirds and use it on all 3 dogs. That way I'm saving myself from having to do it for every single time and wasting all that product that I could use at a later date. And the Huggies version are the ones that rip really well. There are other versions I have tried that are trash for ripping. I actually saw a parent that I know doing an assessment of which is the best wipe for a baby, and people didn't love Huggies. I don't know why, because they're the best ones ever for dog parents, but they like some of the other ones because they're using whole ones at a time. For us as dog parents, we're not going to use those entire things at the same time. So being able to rip it, being able to just like a nice clean line as we rip it, but they still are so sturdy that they do not come apart when you're using them. Like Huggies is the one. I'm just saying this is it. I will link these down below for you, but there's lots of other kinds that you can get, lots of things you can look for in the store. Just make sure they are water wipes, not some other type of baby wipe, so that you are getting the correct ones. They should be like 99% water, and you'll be good to go for there. If you have creative ideas on how you can be using baby wipes for your dogs or other baby products or other human products that we don't think of for dogs, please let us know down below. This is a community. We are building up the conversation in the comment section to make sure we're lifting each other up so that we can all level up for our pups and be the best dog parents possible. We'll see you in our upcoming daily videos.